Imagine with a simple push of a button, you could be on your way to getting firm, sculpted abs and a sexy waistline with the Contour Core Sculpting System. It's the breakthrough technology that requires no machines, no getting on the floor, no stress, and no strain.
Contour.
The Contour is the real deal.
The secret is Contour's exclusive auto-active muscle toning technology, the digital breakthrough that automatically targets all your abdominal muscles, including your upper abs, lower abs, obliques, and even that stubborn lower belly. Thermographic testing proves Contour activates your entire core. The Contour Core Sculpting System comes with a one-size-fits-all Contour Core Belt, electronic controller with custom digital settings, batteries, and a 1-year warranty, plus an instructional guide and sensible eating plan. And it's all yours to try for 30 days for just $14.95. There's never been an easier, more effective way to get great-looking abs. So call and order right now.
Sports Journey. Sports Journey Network.
Redskin Nation, what's up? This is Lorenzo Alexander, my man KG, the bigger figure, representing Capital Punishment here on Sports Journey Broadcasting Network. Having a great day, having a great week. We hope you're doing the same thing. We also today have my man Lake Lewis in studio. He's going to be on with us for a while, talking some NBA playoffs, which everybody's kind of excited about right now. I know it's a hot topic in our locker room right now. But before we get started, I wanted to talk about a celebrity softball game that we all participated in this weekend.
Definitely.
I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the podcast or listen to me on the radio yesterday as I was killing the Mike Wise of the Washington Post live on air about how athletic he is and how bad we're going to whoop the media team, which includes Lake Lewis.
I'm going deep.
Listen, I'm more so worried about their health. Because you got guys that are, and it happens when you get up there in age, you still in your mind or that same guy from college or high school. So how many muscles are going to get pulled? Hopefully no serious injuries. Hopefully we just dealing with soft tissue injuries out there.
A couple of hamstrings.
Big train.
I'm just trying to get up and hit one time, and then I'm done.
Oh, is that it?
I mean, come on now. It's all
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the mindset of these reporters and everybody. They want to talk about what we do, but they don't want to go out there and participate.
Right, yeah. More tweeting than playing.
You just talked about injury. I know you have more.
Well, I'm saying, but see, right now,
it's baseball.
You need to be getting softball.
Right.
Actually, no, I'm a little nervous myself.
Listen,
if you get hurt out there, you just unathletic.
Well, you can't say that now.
Man.
What if one of us get hurt?
You unathletic.
That ain't true.
You got to warm up.
That is true now. You have to warm up.
You got to be professional.
See, this is the question. If you guys are looking at us and making fun of us in the media, my question to you is, as far as shortstop, as far as second base, as far as third, who's playing in your infield?
Who do you mean? First of all, I played growing up, and we have a couple other guys. We got Brandon Banks, second baseman, nice.
Okay.
We got L, who can play center field. He actually played in college.
I know.
He got drafted, didn't he?
Yeah. We got Terrence Austin. Man, we got athletes over here now.
I want to be the pitcher.
See, you just want to.
I want to be like the clown gesture.
You're not gonna be like Jenny Fitch underhand.
Right. I played outfield and third base and shortstop and first base. I did all those, so I think we'd be all right. Maybe put Chris Wilson over on first base. He can catch, but I don't know how well he can throw.
Yeah, I play short and first.
Yeah, see,
so
we'll put him over there.
Catch, but you worried about his arm?
Yeah, so first baseman don't really have to throw too often. Huh?
What makes you think his arm is
I've seen him throw a football. I mean, and that's a pretty good indication.
Does he know he can't throw?
Yes, he does. He's admit this. This is nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to clown him. We trying to play the strengths. We are coaches over there as well, so we're gonna put him in a spot where he gonna look good.
So, what's your outcome? What do you predict the score of the game?
This is domination. I wish they probably won't have it because it's a celebrity game and people paid their money to come watch us play. But definitely, what do they call it? Like a 10-run rule. That's what we used to call it.
Mercy rule.
Just give up.
So if we up 10 on you, you gonna give up?
Please. That's definitely not going to happen at
all.
all.
Up 10 on you.
It's no rules as far as bats or anything like that.
No, I think you just use a metal softball bat. I don't think it's wood or anything.
What's the charity event for? So
well, it's the Big Train organization, and what they do is they're raising money for DC youth baseball fields, just to make sure that all the kids are playing on fields that are up to grade, up to par, especially in the inner city. Some of these fields lack, I guess, some of the good maintenance and care. So make sure stuff is cut, fields are lined. So you can just have a great experience as a kid growing up, falling in love with the game of baseball.
Yeah, I mean it's a good cause, and it's a great cause, and I think it's good also to have these kind of events where, you know, the people that cover you guys, meaning us, you know, you get a chance to. I mean, you guys know a lot of us in the media. Yeah, but you get another side, you know, of us.
We should write an article about after how they play.
Right, exactly.
We should flip the script on.
Do it. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
We need to set up a blog. We need to set up a blog. We're gonna blog about it.
We're gonna have a camera out there. Somebody got to bring the camera out there.
Oh, Chris, we'll bring the camera. We just put it on the hat.
Oh no,
I got that too. I got that GoPro. Yeah,
Miss Diane Cheesebro, she's gonna come out too. We're gonna film this.
Yeah, got to definitely get some of the highlights and stuff. But I do want to give it up to the media. This is I've only played here, obviously, but they are definitely involved. You know, between you, Mike Wise, CJ, I know LeVar, Brian Mitchell, everybody, and it's Kelly Johnson. It's a ton of people out there that are very involved. Chris Russell, Dave, everybody, Dave Felt, everybody I've met and gotten to know.
Rock Parrish,
Kevin Rock, exactly. He's managing y'all.
Rock's managing, putting it together, and
Rock just
he's serious about it.
No, he's
coaching us.
He just got so much mouth. And you know what? I apologize. I even said it because I don't want to get him started.
I
love you, Rock.
He's serious about it.
He got it started already. That's another event. That's June 9th, the pros versus Joes. But I ain't gonna go there
I'm
yet.
the official hype man for that.
But I'm hemming up Rock there. We gonna meet you and I'm
him too because
versus mode. Me and Rock.
I need to be in that because I told Anthony Armstrong I was real disappointed that I didn't get a chance to come down and at least put up 20 on somebody out there in Fredericksburg when you were down there.
20?
Come on, man.
20 what?
Points.
That's hard.
It is hard. Trust me, it's hard.
You ain't in shape to put up 20 points.
I'm in shape to put up 15.
Yeah,
that's only 4. Listen,
hey, that's 5 threes. Hey, that's 5 threes. I'm good for that.
Just stand out, gonna be all tired on him, wore out.
But no, I definitely want to get into the flag football type stuff. I mean, that's I play football.
They're actually gonna play that at the game on June 9th. Pros versus Joes. I think that's like the marquee thing. It's the celebrity.
Okay.
Or celebrity.
Is that when you and
7-on-7.
Rocky gonna do y'all 1-on-1?
That's the same day. I'm not playing in a game.
I was gonna say, how can you guys play in a game like that at that time frame?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play in the game just because people. You get out there, something freakish happens.
A hamstring or
people want to jump up, but only thing my sole purpose of the day is just to dog Rocky. I'm not gonna have to move too much.
What's your plan though if he does get a quick one off? Because 7-on-7, 1-on-1. I mean, he could possibly knock his hand down and things like that.
I probably will keep.
That might be the worst thing that can happen.
I'm so competitive.
All things aside, Rocky seems like a real competitive person.
Oh, Rocky is very competitive.
That's fine, though. And that's fine. I mean, I've seen a lot of competitive people get dogged out.
Listen, to be in the media, you have to be competitive.
No, listen. You can't dog him, though.
Oh, I'm dogging him.
You don't want to.
I'm taking everything from him.
You don't want to tear him down.
His soul, everything.
He might lose some of his street cred.
He's been talking about me on the radio for a consistent basis when I ain't even there to defend myself. Oh, he's getting dogged out.
Don't do him like that.
I'm dogging him. But
it's not fair though. It's one of those things where you're supposed to win.
But he thinks it's fair.
I know, but
you have to let him know.
But it's kind of like this. It's kind of like when we servicing each other in practice. You know when you got somebody, you kind of just.
That's totally different. We on the same level.
But I don't want you to hurt him.
And I'm depending on you to come and play in that game. This is kind of like when your son want to challenge you for the first time. You ever had? Well, our sons ain't old enough, but I remember growing up.
He's still challenging his.
And my uncle, my father figure, and I ran up on him, and thinking I was big and bad. He hit me up quick and let me know that he still was in control and authority figure in my life.
But he didn't break you.
Oh, he got close.
Well, that's different.
No, it ain't.
We're not talking about authority figure.
No, it ain't.
So you go. So
athletically, I'm the authority figure.
So
I'm the dominant figure.
Submit. You gonna make him submit.
Oh yeah, he gonna submit.
So he pretty much said he gonna submit.
When he go back on the radio the next day, he gonna give it up.
He gonna be submissive.
Yeah, he gonna give it up. That's my goal. That's my goal.
But what if it doesn't happen?
It's gonna happen.
Like Ken said, what happens if he goes deep on you the first play?
First of all, Rocky's not running by me. It's no running, going deep.
But he
has to get off the line.
Listen, I'm not worried about him going deep, and I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about him running like a little slant or something like that.
Is it possible?
He catches it. That's what I'm saying.
Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible.
But okay, let's say he catches a nice little slant on you, right?
Okay.
And then he says, I'm not doing it. I've done all I needed to do.
That's fine. That's fine. He got me. I'll give it to him.
The stakes you ain't going to let it die
like
stakes
that.
Are higher
it
for
is
you,
high
though.
for me, but I love pressure. Big-time players, we come on when the lights come on.
All pressure does is make pipes bust.
So I'm good. Diamonds is forged under pressure. I ain't really worried about that.
Listen.
Only chance he has is if he wants to go in motion or get 3 yards off the ball and be in the slot and then be able to wiggle but I'm gonna still get my hands on him and jam him
But
or
back to
get
the
up close.
softball
So you saying
tournament
you're going to go to
Sunday,
him man to man? You going right up to him?
Yeah. I'm not scared of him.
You
I line him against guys like
Press
T.A.,
coverage. You going man to man?
Anthony Armstrong,
Well, I mean,
Santana.
I tell you, Rock's a big body. He's shockingly
relatively speaking.
He's
Well,
lanky.
what is he? 6'2", probably what, 210, 215?
That's relatively speaking.
I'm saying, but for the
Does he work out? Doubt it.
I don't know.
He looks real soft. He
He's
has
got
a
a
soft
mohawk.
body.
He's got a mohawk.
He has a soft body. You know,
He
he's one
wears
of the
nice
guys that you
sneakers.
look.
Y'all killing him, man.
He has
No.
sneakers and he looks.
I got nothing but
very
love
soft.
for him. I got nothing but love
He's just
for
a
him.
guy that he's naturally slim and looks soft. There's nothing hard or strong about him. So I'm
You
not
know
worried
what though?
about it.
In
Maybe he needs
in seriousness, I give him credit.
We need to get back to the softball.
I give him
Before we're not
credit.
really-
No, I give him credit because you know, to put these type of things together, you know, consistently, that's pretty good. You
Yeah,
know?
oh,
I mean, it's big, and I think you guys need to understand too that there's some people gunning for y'all
It don't mean nothing though. What's that mean?
inside this building right now.
All great
I'ma
ones.
safely say-
if you're great, you're gonna have people always trying to knock you off.
All I want at the end of the day is to hear you were decent. That's all. That's all.
He's saying
That-
there's
that's
people
all-
in this
that's
building
all I-
gunning for us.
Yeah,
There's only
it's
three of us. It's only three of us in here, so
You
I ain't
held your
studying
own.
it.
You held your own.
But with
Is that
you
what
two,
want?
it's like 5 people sitting right here right now. Because, folks, you do have to understand that if I look bad, these guys will remind me of it every day of my life. Yeah, you.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if you decent, I'm gonna say you good, you straight.
that's all I'm saying. I already got that in basketball
But
from
we
your,
not-
from your teammates.
Well,
Okay.
how you
I
gonna
want
do
that
it?
in baseball. I want that in football.
I'm not gonna really. I mean, you hitting a softball. I expect you.
Everybody
It's-
can't
well,
hit. Everybody
it is-
can't
it
hit a
is a little
softball.
bit
There's
man.
no, it is different.
Everyone
but
can't hit
And
a
our
softball.
coordination. I know it's gonna be some guys that.
and I'll probably miss swinging.
Yeah, the first couple of times, because I ain't gonna lie, I went to the batting cages. I'm gonna be ready for this thing.
I think I need to
See,
go.
I haven't
It's
done
different.
that.
See, you can't just show up and ain't play baseball in
I mean, I got my
5-10 years and think you gonna hit a
It's
softball.
It's probably been almost
It's gonna be hard.
eight, 7, 8
Believe
years
me, I
between
missed a couple of them
intramurals.
first ones,
Oh,
like
yeah.
big time. Phew.
Oh, yeah.
This swing is so
spinning
hard.
around.
on a
Right.
softball.
Oh yeah.
Because it's so slow. I mean, you used to stuff happening like this.
Is there any rules or the bats? Can we just go buy one of those nice?
I was gonna go get a bat, but the bats are only 34 inches.
Yeah, you're not Sammy Sosa.
I wanted to get a 36 length. I'm talking about lengthwise.
Yeah.
so
you,
we can't use a 36 inch.
You can,
You
but
can.
you have to order it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
they
I'm
don't-
saying
they don't
have
have
them in the
stores.
stores because I went to go look for one because the 34
What about play it
just seems
against
so long.
sports? There might be some used ones.
There might
Yeah,
be. That's a
yeah.
good point.
I mean, I need to go check one. I need a little bit more length so I can swing this lumber. That's what I'm out there swinging lumber.
Even in what about like
Lord.
the
So
the pro
lumber.
bats?
You going
Gappers.
deep? You going out the yard?
I might go out the yard, but I'm more of a gap guy. Gap, double, triple guy.
So you a hitter? You're not just a power guy.
Yeah, nah, man. See, I can do it all.
You Albert Pujols.
You can call me what you want to call me.
Listen,
I can do a lot of different things. There's some things I can't do.
I played baseball,
But the big
growing
three,
up.
I haven't heard that part yet.
but the big
What?
three,
He said there's some things
I'm not,
he can't do.
I'm not
I
gonna
haven't
let you
heard
know.
that
not-
yet.
I
I'm not
didn't-
gonna let you
listen.
know that.
I had to get eye surgery, so baseball and glasses don't somewhat mix.
Man,
So I was the
come on.
catcher. I mean, and then I'm left-handed,
I'm
but I
left-handed.
caught left-handed. So I would catch, throw my glove down, and then throw the ball.
Oh, so because they had no left-handed
They had
gloves.
Yeah,
left-handed
you didn't have no
Yeah,
left-handed
right.
gloves, so you just
Been
you
there,
do
done
what
that.
you do.
Right.
But
know,
just so
so-
you know, I'm left-handed, and I do have a right-handed glove if you need that on Sunday.
A left-handed
I got
glove.
bigger
they go in
hands
your
than
right-
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
You thicker.
I mean, you bigger hands
Yeah,
than
you
mine,
might
but
be all right.
I have decent sized
Yeah,
hands.
some of the gloves
Yeah.
are adjustable.
I mean, I'm excited. I mean, it's a great event. I mean, we go out there and have
Right,
a great
yeah.
time. I mean,
Like,
you
what
know.
is that?
Right, yeah. It's the studio. We're in our studio, so if you get some of that background noise, this is probably the loudest building I've ever been
well,
in.
it's hot outside. We got to keep it cool. It's just the AC kicking on.
Oh, it feel good, man.
Oh, yeah, we
blowing
good in here.
snowballs. You see the ice crystals forming up there.
My wife was like, "Why you going in there with a jacket on?" I'm like, "It's gonna get cold. Trust me."
Right.
Hey, listen. I was hoping that you guys would bring this up, but you haven't. You remember how much abuse I took in here in this room, the same room last week.
Oh, what you talking about? The caps?
That's all I'm saying, man.
Things happen.
I'll say
Hey,
this. I'll say
that's
this.
all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna I'm not going to be one of those fans that all is lost. The same
Right.
excitement that I had
no.
a week ago when they were going into Game 6 and Game 7, I got that same excitement for next year. Now, I just hope they get a coach. I'm disappointed that Coach Hunter left.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you have that excitement with him now being gone?
Depends on who
I
they
think
bring
they
in.
got to bring in the coach with
Similar
philosophy.
Playing philosophy.
But
right.
what I would say is it's not going to be as exciting to watch them in the regular season as it has been under Boudreaux.
Right, with the goals and all that. But I actually like the physical play. I'm more of a physical guy.
That's how you win
So I
championships.
like these guys flying around, and I'd rather them like they did this year. I don't want them to be the 7th or 8th seed trying to fight in to get in. But if, they 3rd or 4th seed, but they're playing solid hockey that's proven to win in the playoffs, then I'm going to go watch them and check them out. This is actually probably the only team I'll probably go get season tickets. I'm actually thinking about getting some next year.
Yeah, it's worth it. And you know what, though? I mean, they were a 7 seed this year, and they were playing championship caliber hockey, if you ask me. So
I mean, it just caught up to them a little bit.
It did.
A little lackluster in Game 7. It just didn't seem like they was flying around like they were in Game 6. And some of that just had to do with several overtime games.
They were tired.
A couple of triple overtime games.
Physically and mentally, they were worn out.
And it just caught up to them, giving up a goal early. I mean, doesn't really play to their strengths either. And they just never really was able to get into that game. But like you said, all is not lost. Being professional athletes and have been on both sides of it, I'm not giving up on them. I'm a young fan of this anyway, so I'm very excited to see what they do in the offseason. It's Simmons staying. Hopefully they keep their core pretty tight and keep them together because they do have a good group of guys. And, I think one of the biggest things is adding somebody behind Nicky B playing that center position.
Absolutely.
So when he goes out the game, in that second line, that they can really continue to push the puck and have some good play up the middle of the ice.
We'll see if it's Alexander Simmons. Is he going to be back? I mean, there's talk about him. And I think he didn't like the style.
Right, in his role on the team, right.
I think the coach is more important than anything. Where you want to keep your core group of guys, you have to bring the right coach in here.
Yeah.
And that's – what do you think the effect of Dale Hunter not coming back for a second year does to this team? Because ultimately it could be the same style, but it could be some differences.
Right, it's going to put you in some disarray because we have that same thing. I mean, you go from
we went from Greg Williams to Greg
different,
same defense,
different approach.
But it's a little different, though, I think, this time because he came in, albeit it was early in the season, but it was a coaching change for the Capitals during the season.
Yeah.
So everyone still, even though they had a great run, I'm sure there still were some guys that were still – things were spinning in their head as far as, what were they supposed to do when they were in certain situations. So I don't think it's as detrimental as, say, what you guys have had to endure over the bulk of your career. So now with you having the same coaching staff in 3 years now,
right.
I mean, you guys can run the plays with your eyes closed.
Right.
You know what's expected of you. But I think with the Caps, if they're getting a new coach and maybe the system's similar, I think a lot of the terminology, some of that stuff will be the same. But I don't think them losing this coach is as detrimental as it appeared when it first happened. I was like, wow, I'm surprised he made that decision.
Well, people were talking about if they won the Stanley Cup, would he come back for a second year? Some thought he would just. Who would have thought he would have left though?
Yeah, I know.
After not even a full season,
right?
But you got other responsibilities as a man, as a father,
I
brother,
respect
husband.
the person that does, like we were talking before we went on the air, something against the grain.
Right.
And this was an against the grain decision. I respect him if he feels wholeheartedly that he can't give it his all.
And he didn't string it on either.
Yeah,
right.
You don't want him here if he doesn't want to be here.
But do you think they wasn't going to allow him to continue to do what he was doing to the superstars? So he's like, I'm out of here.
I agree. I do think that was
might
an
have been an issue.
I do.
But it worked, though. I mean, how can you be upset when something works? It's different. I guess that it didn't work because they didn't get past the second round of the playoffs.
No, it worked.
But
it worked.
They were playing a whole lot better.
But we ultimately know this is a business.
Right, yeah. The superstars kind of have the biggest voice.
When you got the highest paid player on the team.
But he looked like he had bought in.
I thought Ovechkin played his best hockey.
Right. He was flying around.
People were like, he wasn't scoring goals.
That's not what it's all about,
He didn't have
though.
the ice time, but when he did have the ice time, it wasn't wasted ice time.
It was more productive. He could go out
and
he wasn't tired. He wasn't tired at the end of the game.
Exactly. I mean, I don't want to see him out there skating 23, 24 minutes just because it's Alex Ovechkin. I want to see him out there being effective. And listen, when you had a guy possibly getting suspended for taking a hit on a guy, we're talking about a scorer.
Right.
That could be getting suspended for a defensive play.
Right.
That's buying into it, if you ask me. Maybe he didn't like it, But I think the one problem that's failed this team over the years is it's been a little bit too free-flowing there. You know, there was a little lack of discipline at times. Right. And some of the veterans who left this team had said, I can't play with certain guys because it's about them at the end of the day.
Right.
You know,
kind of like a Spurrier era.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, you want to see
everybody from
sale. Everybody want to see that mess coming in here. Well, look, just real quick, folks. During tonight's show and then going forward, if you want to email these guys, all you have to do is email them at shows@sportsjourney.com. I'll get them the emails, and they'll read your live emails on air. So fire away, ask them any questions you want. Before we go to break, I do, if you guys don't mind, I do want to say that DC lost a legend last night.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Chuck Brown. A guy, I'm from DC. Right. You know, grew up listening to go-go music. A lot of people don't know what that is. But Chuck Brown was the guy that made it more. I'm a big jazz fan, and Chuck Brown brought that element to the music.
Right.
So DC's definitely going to miss Chuck Brown. So, you know, I thought just sitting here with you guys tonight watching the Redskins, you guys are institutions here. He's an institution.
Oh, he's legendary. He's on another level, right?
And I will tell you this. Coach Shanahan's first year, Dallas Cowboys, Sunday Night Football.
He played at
halftime. He had FedEx rocking.
Right.
They were still rocking when we got out there.
We were mad. We were mad in the press box.
That was probably the first time where the stands were still full when we got out there and people weren't at the concession stands. So it was an exciting night for the Redskins. It was an exciting night for DC. And like you say, you hate to, we lost a great man, a great musician.
He actually was the performing act for the Nationals' very first game.
Okay.
And I was actually still on in Florida, and my wife, being, you know, my girl, bought me season tickets to the Nationals, even though we were in Florida. And I was one of like 4 games that I came up and saw. But the first game, Chuck Brown. So, I mean, that tells you how big he is.
Oh, he's legendary.
Baseball comes back, and then they have him performing. So, good stuff. So, look, we'll take a break, and, when we come back, it's on you guys at this point.
Well, we got to do it big time, but we got to keep you on, though, because we're going to talk a little NBA playoffs. I know hoop is your thing.
You real basketball
but, you know, a real basketball, whatever. We
all watch it on TV, right? At this point, we all watching it on TV.
But we definitely going to have you back on, Lake. You know, thank you. We'll be right back after this. This is Capital Punishment featuring Lorenzo Alexander, KG, the bigger figure. We're going to keep doing it big, coming back, talking about some NBA playoffs, LeBron, Kobe, the Celtics. You know, can these guys do it and get to that big game?
Car owners, does your vehicle have less than 120,000 miles on it? Is it less than 10 years old? Is your current auto warranty about to expire? Well, Cover America Auto Care has a very special offer just for you. With current economic conditions causing bankruptcies and a downturn in new car sales, Cover America Auto Care now offers inexpensive mechanical breakdown coverage direct to the public. You can save thousands of dollars on auto repairs. A toll-free line has been made available so car owners can call and get a free no-obligation quote. This auto protection is backed by an A-rated insurance carrier. Plus, you get a claims department that has an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. 24-hour emergency roadside assistance is also included. You will be amazed at how much you can save on future car repair bills. So call for your free, no-obligation quote now. Do not wait. Get covered today and rest easy tonight.
With Lake Lewis on Sports Journey, had a good time tonight. Felt comfortable, just being myself. It was a great interview, a great time, and I'd love to do it again.
This is Victor Cruz, wide receiver of the New York Giants, and I just came off the show at Sports Journey. Had a great time with Chris and Lake, and I definitely want to come back and do it again. Maybe I'll bring some friends next time, and I had a blast.
Hi, I'm Shannon Doherty. I've produced, I've directed, but now I'm doing something I've always wanted to do. I'm going to get my college degree. I logged on to Education Connection, the free service that showed me hundreds of schools and degrees. Now I'm getting my degree in liberal arts. But you could get yours in business, in nursing, even a degree in technology. Let Education Connection help you find the right program for free.
Log on now to 41educationmatching.com. That's 41educationmatching.com.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set, because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The deep cleansing wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95 and your shipping is free. Plus, get the deep cleansing wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast, and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
Have you ever had an idea for an invention or new product? Bill Schaefer, one of the inventors of Wham-O's new Splash Wash, did. He came up with the idea while watching his children play one hot summer afternoon. Bill invented a car wash for kids. Ride through it, run through it. InventHelp submitted the Splash Wash to Wham-O, the makers of childhood favorites like the Frisbee, Hula Hoop, and Slip and Slide. If you have an invention you would like to try to patent and submit to corporations and want free information that explains how InventHelp may be able to assist you, call now. InventHelp is America's largest invention company with sales offices in over 50 cities nationwide. Call InventHelp today for free information. Bill Schaefer made a financial gain on the Splash Wash. However, most inventions are not successful, and Bill's experience is not typical of what inventors can expect.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-619-2363. That's 1-800-619-2363.
Sports Journey. Sports Journey Network.
You got it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Capital Punishment. I'm KG. This is the one-man gang. We got Lake Lewis here. We finna talk about NBA playoffs. My man Kobe Bryant, they saying he's lost it. I'm disagreeing. What you think, Bay? Bay Area? I want to hear what Cali has to say about it.
I am Cali, but I was never a huge LA fan. I grew up obviously watching Jordan, so obviously he's the greatest. Kobe, I love him and what he's able to do and what he's able to do out of his career when he has 5 championships. But I think he's still one of the best in the game. Obviously, he's a little bit older. I don't think he still has that talent around him. He has guys that can play, but they're not playing well right now. So he has so much on his shoulders, and it's hard for one guy to just to kind of take over a game, especially somebody that's in the league for, 16 years now, little dead legs, the season is short, and so I think it's taking a toll on him. But I like his passion and fire. I think people was giving him a hard time about being upset last night, I guess crying, even though Steve Blake had a wide-open shot to maybe win the game. But I just think he was fiery and passionate. And wanted to take the last shot, and couldn't get the opportunity. I don't know if he was mad at Steve. I think he was more mad that he couldn't get himself in a position to take the shot. Good point. And I think that's what he's more upset about. I mean, obviously the guy was open. He's going to take a shot, and he couldn't get there. But Kobe's my man. I know a lot of people hate him. He's had a lot of, kind of shady past and in and out and kind of in and out of the grace of the public. But I'm a huge Kobe fan. He's a go-getter, a closer. He wants the ball in the fourth quarter, unlike my man on the other side of the coast.
I think Kobe gets a unfair rap in this modern day of Twitter and Facebook and everybody's a media outlet and things like that. Things get overanalyzed so much. I mean, you talked about, Jordan might would have had some people. Everybody says Jordan was selfish.
He was
bad. But that selfishness turned into he's a champion because he is selfish and what he demanded out of people. But, I mean, you remember the stories about him gambling after playoff losses and things like that and the gambling problems that he did have. So my question is how do you think people would view Jordan in this modern-day NBA?
I mean, he'd be under a lot more scrutiny. I mean, just because of how fast things get out, people taking pictures, taking Twitter this. I mean, and things are a lot different. I think athletes are held to a different standard. I think a lot of things back when Jordan was hot and doing his thing was kind of swept underneath the rug. Now people are a lot quicker to out you when you do something crazy.
Everybody wants their 15
minutes.
Right,
they 15 minutes to get paid. But, Kobe is doing his thing right now. I don't care what you say about him. He's a go-getter. They about to go back home now, and they're going to get one of these games. Yeah, but they need both. If they only get one, they out of it. Oklahoma City, them boys are just too hot. It's just too hard to match up with them. They got KD. They got Westbrook. They got my man Harden off the bench. They got Ibaka down there tossing everybody, just so aggressive. He only 6'9", but he long, athletic. And then they got Perkins down there with some mean mugging and throwing his body around.
One of my favorite players in the league. That's why I can't really. I want to root for the Lakers, but Kedric Perkins is my type of guy as far as the way he plays on the basketball court.
Yeah, their team is just nice. And last night they didn't even shoot well. I mean, don't let them come out there and
play well at all
let them shoot well.
Yeah,
I mean, they just because that's my pick for the West.
They stole a game
for Oklahoma City.
They stole the game last night. Basically, what I think they basically won the series last night because the Lakers were literally the whole game, and even 70% of the fourth period, you saw the Lakers saying, you know what, we're playing defense, we're stopping them,
right?
And I started to see a little bit of uncertainty on Oklahoma City because that's a jump shooting team first,
right? Yeah, of course.
If they're not on, then they're going to struggle. But they've shown me a lot from last year. Because last year they lost those close games that they just didn't have enough. And at the end of the game, Kevin Durant said, we kept our composure.
Right.
And the Lakers were the team that unraveled at the end.
But I say this, though. It's easy to say you kept your composure when you win.
Of course.
But I remember last year when Westbrook and Durant, it was like a shooting. Like Westbrook wanted to take every shot, and they let Kevin shoot.
But last night, how many shots did you see Ibaka take? They kept giving him, even though he would make some, then he'd go on a stretch of missing 2 or 3 in a row. That shot from the baseline, the Lakers were giving it to him, and Oklahoma City was smart enough to keep going to him. Basically, they were going to live and die with that shot all night. Perkins took a couple shots from the top of the key. But those were given to him.
Right.
So my point
is, but they giving it to him because they're gonna say if you're gonna beat us, you can beat us with that all day.
That's the same thing.
But guess what happened last night?
I mean, they beat them.
They beat them.
but not because of that though. I think they actually, because the first game obviously they blew them out. They had 8 days to rest up. Lakers coming off a 7-game series. Lakers had a chance to make some adjustments, and I think the Lakers lost that game more so than Oklahoma winning that game in that type of game just because of the turnovers.
Let me
let me say this before. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think with a guy like Kobe Bryant and his 5 championships and things like that, those guys are going to come out in Game 3 and play hard for him. Ron Artest is, Blake is, and Gasol.
I don't know about Gasol. I don't know that relationship is all.
But you have to respect it. The relationship might not be there as far as hunky dory, let's go get a burger. But out there on the court, I mean, ultimately, Gasol wouldn't have those rings without Kobe, and some would say even vice versa. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm not going to count the champions out until they're out.
But see, I disagree because I think when you're saying that they're going to play hard for him, that's a veteran team. They play hard every game.
Right.
But playing hard every game may not be good enough at this
point. They're not
but
playing well anyway. Gasol is not having a great series. Matt Barnes is not having a great series. He hasn't had a great playoff. He
hasn't had a great year, pretty much.
Those 2 guys are instrumental. I mean, because Matt Barnes pretty much was supposed to come in and replace Lamar Odom and fill his gap. And obviously, Gasol, Gasol is supposed to be Gasol night in and night out, and they not getting it. You getting Bynum out there balling, 10 and 10 or 20 and 10.
But they're a better team when. See, I thought last night was the most complete game that I've seen from the Lakers. Even though they lost. They lost to a really good basketball team, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Oklahoma
good.
City at home is great.
Right.
So the fact that they played well, the fact that you saw, Kobe distributing the ball, the fact that you saw Andrew Bynum from the very beginning involved in the game, Gasol was involved, Ron Artest, Meta World Peace.
Right.
He was involved.
Defensively, yeah, and they said he shut him down. What did KD have last night? 20?
No, man. I thought Kevin Durant worked for his last night.
Right, he got caught. I mean, Meta World Peace got games.
20 points in the NBA is nothing. 20 points if you shoot 30 times, you're supposed to get 20 points.
True.
I mean, that's just the law of averages.
Right.
You're supposed to get 20. But it's when did he get his 20?
Right.
And Durant showed me a lot, too, because he hit some big shots down the stretch that he wasn't making earlier in the game.
Right.
I'm telling you, just as this what I do, the Lakers are in trouble.
I believe it.
Big time. They're on the verge of getting swept. They're in big time trouble.
I'm gonna disagree with you because
if they don't get game 3,
it's champion pedigree there. And so they're not gonna get swept. They might get beat
4-1. City, man.
Nothing. Didn't they get swept last year out of the playoffs?
They did. By Dallas.
Yeah, swept out of there.
Yeah, I can't really say nothing like that, but I don't see Oklahoma. I still see them as being such a young team that they got Derek Fisher now. So
okay, well let me ask you.
They ain't mentioned him, right?
And he might be telling all the secrets.
And he hasn't even done Derek Fisher yet.
Right.
You know,
well, he's probably doing behind the scenes.
No, but what I'm saying is on the court right in front of your eyes, he's giving you obviously professional basketball. But Derek Fisher is known to be a clutch shooter that rips your heart out at the right time.
Right, exactly.
That might be coming in Game 3.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe they're gonna get swept. Now y'all got great arguments.
You a Laker fan?
I'm not a Laker fan, but I respect what Kobe Bryant has done over his career.
I'm not taking anything away from that.
And things like that. So you got to knock a champion out, and until they're beat in the series close.
Champions, right? The champion is out. They gone. They at home. They at home.
I don't even consider that a champion, even though they won it. Because I don't.
They won it.
They swept.
I didn't
what do you mean?
I didn't like the way they won it.
Why?
That's my opinion.
I mean, how? What didn't they do right?
They won it, but to me, I mean, Kobe didn't have a chance to defend he had a chance, but he didn't play in the finals.
Because
the team
that won it beat them. They swept them.
Exactly.
They put them over their knees.
Right.
Listen, in my eyes, Kobe's still a champion.
I mean, no. Look,
he is a championship caliber player because obviously
okay,
it's five.
All right, let's put it like this. Dallas is out, right?
They were out from the very beginning.
Gone.
Exactly. So now he's the only champion left.
Who swept Dallas, though?
Who did?
Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City hasn't lost a game in the playoffs.
Yeah, but Lamar Odom hadn't been the same since he left L.A. because he didn't want to leave L.A. And then, truth be told,
he didn't even play in the series.
Nah.
They cut him. They released him a week before the season ended.
Well, then there you go.
No.
Then there you go.
I mean, if you look at the teams left right now in the playoffs, the Lakers, in my opinion, are one of the 4 best teams in the West.
In the West.
But when you start talking about San Antonio, Oklahoma City, there's a big.
But listen, okay, but I say this.
Right.
Let's flip coast. People was saying the same thing about Boston this season. And now look at them now.
But that's different. They playing good ball right now.
But we so high
KG is coming out like he 20, like he the kid, the big ticket out there balling, dropping it off. I mean, and you're not getting that from the Lakers big guys down right now.
You don't think Gasol got that in him?
No.
Got what
right
in
now.
Got what in him?
He can do it. He can do it. But he ain't doing it.
Not in this series.
He can do it, but he ain't doing it.
Not with Ibaka, Perkins.
I'm not going to go against my guy
Perkins. No, I mean, Collinson, Ibaka, Kendrick Perkins, they're throwing so many guys out at these guys, physical players. And then if you look at Cephalosha,
right,
that guy's one of the best defenders in the NBA. You saw that again. Kobe was frustrated yesterday. He still made Kobe shots.
Right, yeah. I mean, you can't shut down Kobe. You only can contain him.
You got to make him work.
Right.
And he's working.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the issue LeBron is having right now because he's
overworking.
Getting wore out down there on the defensive end, and then got to go down there and try to conjure up some offense.
He can't bully those guys because they got a bunch of big bodies on that team. So whereas before everybody just get out of his way.
Who gave you all that information, though?
What information?
About Indiana.
Me. You saw my notes last week. You took my cheat sheet. My cheat sheet I had last week with about the NBA and read my cheat sheet. Was like, man, yeah, that's some good points, Zoe.
Listen,
you didn't do that?
Y'all have to understand. Basketball.
You didn't answer the question, though. Can you answer the question?
No, you had some great notes. You did. Folks, he was prepared. He had some great notes. But I remember I told Eric down in Carolina. He said that Indiana was going to be in trouble. They weren't going to compete against Miami.
That. Right.
And I said they actually can beat Miami.
Right.
And he said, how do you figure that? They're just a lengthy basketball team.
Well, they're a team they play team basketball.
And they're deep.
Deep.
That's a big key in
and
the playoffs.
Big. I mean, they cutting off them lanes because like we were saying earlier, Miami's really not a jump shot shooting team. I mean, they're all about driving, getting to the basket, getting to the rim. And once you start cutting off them lanes, they have to rely on their jump shot. Of course, D-Wade and LeBron can shoot it. But that's not where they make their bread and butter. They make their bread and butter going to the hole.
And you'll take that all
right,
day.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot it.
Shoot
You're
it.
going to
Shoot
make
it.
some, but you're
We're
going to
make some too. Right.
But if you go into the basket with authority, it's like 90%.
Exactly. You get dunked on and one. Let me get this free throw. I mean, you know, they get their 3 points that way.
And I'll tell you, I thought when Chris Bosh got hurt, I didn't think that it was going to be as detrimental overall to Miami, because now I thought you were going to see more LeBron, more D-Wade.
Yeah,
but the problem
you need that big body.
But when you're chasing people constantly, and they're coming in waves,
right?
You know, bringing athletic guys off the bench. Right. I mean, look.
And big body athletic guys.
David West.
Right.
David West was an all-star.
Right.
When he was in New Orleans.
Exactly. Oh, he can play now. He can play.
So now you bring in guys off the bench that can flat out play.
Right.
And there's no let up. I mean, matter of fact, I noticed when George Hill comes out and Collinson comes in, you can make an argument that Collinson's better than George Hill.
Right.
So there's no drop off.
And that's what you got to have in championship caliber teams.
Pac-10 guy. I'm gonna give you some credit. Pac-10 guy. So yeah, you know. But I think Miami's in big time trouble.
I thought the same thing.
Whoever wins the game tonight. Whoever wins it tonight.
What time is that game? 7?
I think it's.
Or it's the late night.
I think it's going down right now. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to get out of here a little early and see that fourth quarter. I want to see the fourth quarter.
So look, I mean, you know, I'm gonna step out now because you know this is capital punishment. It's your show.
Definitely.
And you know, we try to put these guys on the hot seat. I mean, they're trying to be professional with this. You know, they're media guys now as well as players. So
yeah, semi-media.
I don't really want to call myself. I'm just a voice.
You hate
we the
that,
voice.
I'm a voice. We a voice. We just we just giving you our opinions.
Right.
I understand we're non-trustworthy. I understand that.
I wouldn't even say y'all not non-trustworthy.
It's not all of us. But I mean the fact that you guys can sit here, come in and out of break, and basically control your show.
Oh, you got to.
That's what it's about right there. You don't see that a lot. So when you guys mention that's the way you wanted it, it's all you now.
Cool.
Definitely.
Well, we're going to take this break, and then when we come back, we're going to get into some of this stuff because we had RG3 in this week, and I went out there and dominated him. I'll let you know how I dominated him, but it was awesome. It was an awesome feeling. But we'll be right back. You listen to Capital Punishment on Sports Journey Network. We'll see you right after the break.
Attention if you have diabetes.
Hello, I'm Alan Thicke. As the father of a child with diabetes, it's important that I keep up to date with the latest in treatments and technology. That's why I'm happy to tell you about a breakthrough in diabetes care through CCS Medical. You don't need to stick your fingers anymore. This new meter allows you to test on your arm, so it's virtually pain-free. Plus, it uses gold test strips. Real laser-etched gold in every strip provides the ideal testing surface for one of the most accurate readings possible. Best of all, CCS Medical can send you this meter at no cost. With CCS Medical, they deliver your diabetes supplies to your home. They work with Medicare or your insurance to process the paperwork. They even have nurses certified in diabetes available to answer questions. And for a limited time, CCS Medical will also send you a diabetes ID bracelet. All this from a company trusted and recommended by thousands of doctors around the country. Call CCS Medical today.
Long, lean, tight, beautiful. Imagine having a sexy, slender, awesome body, but without ever having to do another boring, tedious workout again. Introducing Flirty Girl Fitness, the hot new body makeover system that takes the world's sexiest dance moves from music videos, club dancing, even exotic dancing, and turns them into fast, fun, fat-burning routines that anyone can do. With guaranteed results that are so phenomenal, you'll lose up to 2 pant sizes and an amazing 3 inches around your waist in just the first 10 days.
I lost 25 inches, 2 feet, all around my body. I've lost 30 pounds and 44 inches. I've never had this much success with any other thing that I've tried.
The secret is the flirtatiously fun dance progressions designed to flatten your abs, thin your hips and thighs, plus lift and firm your booty. All while you're just having fun moving and dancing to the music.
It is just a blast. You're having a great time. You don't even know you're working out.
It is just so much fun.
And now, for only $19.99, you can have the hot new Flirty Girl Fitness DVD, Booty Beat, featuring super sexy fat-burning routines from your favorite music videos.
You're doing this dance and you're feeling so sexy while you're doing it, and your body just changes.
But it gets even better. Call now, and you can have this amazing DVD for only $9.99. Plus, we'll also include a free bonus DVD, the flirtatiously fun Chair Dance. Altogether, this is a $40 value, yours right now for only $9.99. Plus, ask your operator how you can try the Flirty Girl Fitness Pole in your own home for only $1.
It's fun and you get results. What is better than that?
So don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-691-5304. That's 1-800-691-5304. Call now.
This is not a workout. This is a revolution. This is Shake Weight for men, and it's going to kick your butt.
Whew, that's it.
In just 6 minutes. Guaranteed. Ordinary weights isolate one muscle in one direction, but Shake Weight harnesses the power of dynamic inertia to totally redefine strength training. As you shake, the weights at each end fire and recoil rapidly. This piston-like motion sends a shockwave of energy that forces your muscles to contract as many as 240 times a minute. So you build definition, size, and strength fast. And now this technological breakthrough in strength training can be yours for just $29.95. Shake Weight is science fact, not fiction. A leading biomechanics research center proved that 6 minutes with the Shake Weight burns as much muscle energy as 42 with a standard dumbbell. You get ripped, defined, and stronger fast, guaranteed. Call and order now, and we'll also send you this 6-minute upper body workout DVD. It's everything you need to add size, definition, and strengthen your chest, triceps, biceps, and shoulders. Technology is all about packing mega performance in less space, right? Shake Weight proves it. That's why it comes with this ironclad kick butt guarantee. Do the Shake Weight workout just once. If your arms, chest, and shoulders aren't on fire in just 6 minutes, return it for a 100% refund. We'll even pay return shipping.
Whew, that's it.
3 exercises, 6 minutes, and the faster you shake, the more intense and challenging your workout. Think you can handle it? Then call now and build muscle and definition in just 6 minutes a day with Shake Weight for Men.
Welcome back to Capital Punishment with myself, Lorenzo Alexander, and my man KG, the bigger figure. You can check us out on Twitter. I'm at OneManGang97, and my man is newly to it. Let's give him a...
I've been converted.
Oh, yeah. We finally got him on at Golston64, so you can definitely
check
tweet us
me
there.
out. Check me out.
Ask us questions, support us. Let us know what's going on in the community so we can talk about it on the show. It's always a great way to connect with us, and we're always ready to connect with the fans, especially the nation. We love you guys. But with that said, I know there's a lot of noise going on about RG3. We finally got our up-close look at him this week. All the rookies are in. And it's crazy, man, because it feel like yesterday I was a rookie. Now I'm looking at all these guys come in, and they all babies. They just look like high school kids. I'm like, man, am I old? I mean, did you get that feeling this week? It was weird.
Well, you got to think we almost 30. And so you talking about 23?
I'm 20. I'm 26. I'm 26.
Oh, okay. Hey, whatever you need to do. I
got the miles on me.
Definitely. I mean, you talking about just, we kind of had that same wide-eyed look. You don't know what's going on. They're looking at the board every 5 minutes, making sure they're not missing anything. They don't know. I had one of the guys take my towel out the shower. He thought it was 34. It was 64.
Oh man! Did he wipe himself when he put it around his waist?
Listen, when I came back out the shower, he was already dry, and so I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And he was like, "Sorry, sir." I'm like, "Man, it's straight. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it." But we were there. We sat there on that metal island and looked around and
trying to figure out who's competition.
Yeah, tried to figure out
what's that guy's name.
It's an exciting time because you see these kids coming out here eager to learn, and you want to help them in any kind of way to help them live the dream of being in the NFL. And You know, so it's fun to have them here. It feels like a complete team out there, especially when we all get to run together as a team. You know, the first time all week we were able to run together. You know, linemen, offense, defense, big skill and small skill. So it's exciting whenever you get your guys out there. You want to show people how hard you've been working.
Exactly.
In different positions and things like that.
And let me show you how hard I've been working. Let me just tell a little story. Obviously, the rookies were in for the first week, and Monday was the first day we got a chance to run. You was there. You witnessed it. So I have somebody supporting me and backing me up on this. So our coach, strength coach, Ray Wright, you know, obviously the rookie's coming in. He want to send a statement to him. So we out there, and this is pretty much our run. You know, we have, I think we did 5 back, start at the goal line, run 5 yards, back to the goal line, finish at the 15. And this is for the skill guys. You know, DBs, linebackers.
Did the same thing.
Yeah, y'all didn't do as many though. Y'all did 4. We did 10 of those. Started off with 10 of those.
We had to stop and eat.
Yeah, well, that's what you got all that girth you got to feed. So we did that, and then we followed. That was after like doing bag drills, doing the hurdle stuff, doing the ladders. So then we did that. We did 10 of those, no rest. Then we came back with 6 150s in 25-yard increments. So if you don't know what that is, that's starting at the goal line, run to the 25 and back 3 times. So of course, my man RG3,
which is in phenomenal shape.
He's a hurdler. I mean, he is a world-class hurdler, 400-meter hurdler that could have easily had a chance to go.
You can tell. He's fluent.
Oh yeah, he's fast. He's fast, and obviously this run is not all about speed. It's an endurance run, and a little bit of speed into it.
Well, you got to know what you're getting yourself
right.
into.
Yeah, and maybe he didn't know.
And rookies are notorious from giving it all
too soon. Right. So
it's a long run.
So granted, me and him are standing next to each other. There's a couple other guys that can run pretty well, and head coach is standing behind us, O'Shanny. So we start out, and I'm right in his hip pocket. I'm in his hip pocket.
You baiting him. That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
you're trying to run him till he dies.
Right, and this is what I was pushing him because I know he wanted to win, and he had to show out for the head coach because he don't want nobody that's 240, 245 beating him at 210, or no, actually 220. And so I'm just baiting him. And I told him that, we ran the first one. I was right in his hip. I was like, oh, I got him, coach. I got him, Shannon. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to let him win the first couple of them, and then I'm going to kill him on the end. So we ran our 4. I think he won 3 of them, and one of our other teammates won 1 of them. So here come the last 2, and I'm notorious for just turning it on and just taking your heart from you when you're tired. So
but not coasting though. It ain't like you sandbagging.
Oh no, I'm not coasting.
Okay.
I'm not coasting. I'm pushing myself, but I got another gear.
I know. I just want to put it out there.
Yeah, I'm not sandbagging. I wasn't cheating myself.
In the top 5 of everything.
Oh yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I was right behind RG. I mean, I was in the top 5, top 5, if not top 3. But the last 2 turned it on him, just burned him out. He had nothing left, and I really I was able to beat him, and it ain't much.
It was impressive.
But it was in front of everybody. The coaches were out there. Coach Shanahan was out there, and it doesn't mean anything in the game. It was just competition, a way to go out there and just showing that us big guys can run too, and that this is a step up from college. So it was fun for me. It's something I could tell my kids about. I beat RG3. They're gonna say what? I just beat him in running.
I saw it, and that's what you need in the off-season program.
Oh yeah.
You need competition in the runs and in the sprints, and our strength staff has done an amazing job this year with the plan, the running, the program, and making it fun for us. Because we're all competitive people,
exactly.
And for you to compete when there's
nothing on the line,
right? Really on the line, that just speaks to the character.
And he was competing too. I mean, right? Yeah. So it was impressive. He was very impressive.
It's been a great offseason. I've been real impressed with the way Trent has come out. Trent Williams has come out.
Oh, yeah.
And has won the majority of our sprints. And has really set the tone in that group as far as running is concerned. And it's been encouraging, because he could have came in with what happened to him last year.
Right.
Being suspended for 4 games with kind of a negative attitude.
Right.
He's come in, rededicated himself, been, 100% committed to the offseason program. And it's been exciting because you see young guys that see him and know that, this is a top 10 pick, a guy that's going to be on the team. But to see him going out there working and grinding every day, they know they have to work just that much harder in order to be where they want to be, which ultimately is going to make us a better football team. So it's been exciting, and definitely we got OTAs starting up next week. And so
that's going to be good.
It's football, and hockey season is over, unfortunately. But, hey, it's football season now. We got OTA, so we'll finally get to put the helmets on. And I'm not going to say scrap it up, but we better not.
You're going to have them guys. Obviously, the vets know what the tempo is. And obviously, the first day is always because you got all that energy built up.
But you got to spank the rookies. And
these rookies going to come out gung-ho trying to make the team on you that first day where essentially, it's more about teaching than who going to win out here because we don't have no pads on. But you about to get some guys coming out there bull rushing you.
And that was us.
We all did it.
You just don't know because the one thing about the NFL is you have to practice full speed and still take care of your guys.
Other, right.
And so you have to learn how to do that because you have to control yourself in the sense of being full speed but still under control. And that's the difference between college and the NFL. Whereas college you got 100 and something bodies, whereas NFL you just throw them over to the pile. Where in the NFL you got what you got and you want to keep all you got because they're valuable members to the team. But it's fun to be back out there with the coaches. Danny Smith, Jacob Burney, Jim Haslett, all those guys and the personalities that we have and just the good time we have. Because we ultimately have fun out there in practice, even though we work hard and are working towards a goal of having a great season. It's a great time just to be out there with the guys, and especially this time of year because it's more teaching. It's a little bit slower, and, you can kind of sit back and really digest things and figure things out and, can we do it this way? Why can't we do it this way? And really improve your game so that when you get to training camp, you can hit on all cylinders because you've talked through all the different scenarios and things like that. And I know, especially from you making another position change.
Yeah. It's been big. It's been big because I kind of made a semi-one last year, but because of the lockout, I was kind of out there with like a chicken with his head cut off, just kind of just running around being athletic and just running to the ball. But now that we've had a time to, as Slow likes to call it, to training, to educate, to develop, your own talent. Slow. He's fun. He got something for everything, as far as how to approach day-to-day practice and what's the difference between a professional and an amateur. But, on the serious tip, we give him a hard time, but what he's been able to do with us in this short period of time, especially with me at linebacker, understanding your gap fits, reading the fullback and both tight ends, some of the Tiger, when you have two tight ends, and if they sifting across and understanding that and also picking up routes, it's definitely been beneficial because now I understand the concept because my whole goal is, obviously I'm playing behind London Fletcher, and he's our Iron Man on our team, but at the same time, you never know when he's going to go down. He hasn't missed a game, and I don't expect him to, but if that does happen, my goal is to step it up to where people come in, they ain't saying, oh, well, London's out, what we going to do? They going to come, all Zoe's coming in, ain't nothing going to drop off. So that's my whole goal right now as far as learning this defense, and this time it's very critical. Last year we didn't have it. You had guys like Kerrigan. We out here on a high school football field trying to put in this stuff and teaching it, but it's not the same when you have coaches that can kind of sit back and go through it methodically with drills and kind of break apart and really classroom and really break down the art of football and taking your football IQ to another level where you understand the big picture. And I think another person who's going to really benefit from that, and hopefully we can get him on the show here soon, is Perry Riley.
Definitely.
Just watching it, sitting in the film room right now, watching film of him last year, he was playing a lot just on being athletic and being a good football player and knowing how to get to the ball.
He's instinctive. He's very instinctive. And you can tell that he relied on that last year.
Right.
And he made a lot of plays doing it.
Yeah. It's nothing to hit on him. Yeah. I'm just saying that because he's about to be that much better this year because he understands the defense a lot better. He's had time to kind of sit back and understand, like I was just talking about with tight ends and fullbacks reading their paths so that you're sitting in your right gap. Because sometimes in the NFL, this, you take one step the wrong way, you ain't going to make that play.
It's not even you think
right,
the wrong way,
right,
and it's already going.
Right.
It's no wasted movements in the NFL, and that's even going back to what we do on the defensive line. Is you rather be a second late than a second early in the way we play our defense.
Yeah.
And so just being able to third year in the 3-4 and going through the growing pains of that and really making a significant jump in personnel, and just knowledge of the defense has really helped us out this year, and then continuing to grow in the defense to where hopefully, we're the number one defense. That's our goal.
Right.
We want to be a dominating defense to where when you come into FedEx or we come into your stadium, you know what you're going to get out of us. week in and week out, and we want to dominate football teams, and we have the personnel, we have the scheme, and just continue to develop that scheme has been, I guess, a great thing because as veterans and, we know the defense, but continue to develop it and evolve it is exciting because every day you go in there, you're learning something new about the defense, even at the same position.
Right.
And so constantly growing your knowledge and expanding, understanding, whereas before you were just concentrating, this because you've played, you're going to probably be a safety next year. So he's 240 now, he'll come in here 220 next year.
I might. I don't know.
And,
I might.
We lost Dirty 30. we might be getting another one. And just understanding the strengths of every defensive call has strengths and weaknesses,
right?
And protecting those weaknesses throughout the call is what ultimately makes you a dominating defense.
Exactly.
Those turnovers and those sacks and things like that, which we want to do.
Right.
Which we want to do.
And that's exactly. And that's what I was saying about just educating yourself so that okay, if we're in cover 2, the middle of the field is open, or you don't have a safety over the top, you need to play this type of leverage. And that's when you start taking your game to the next level. Guys like London Fletcher. That's why London is so good and can still play this game at a high level at 36. Is because he understands where his help is, where the D-line is going to be, where the corners are at, where the safeties are at, and he's able to take risk and also make plays based on where guys are supposed to be and where he knows they're going to be at. And I think that's when you start really seeing guys develop into Hall of Fame caliber players, and you see that with guys across the league. And I think, there's a guy that kind of just bounces in my head is Troy Polamalu. Yeah. That dude is all over the place because he knows what he can do with it in each defense. And I think that's just invaluable, especially during this time right now, especially with the young guys, just trying to teach them slowly but surely the game of football. Because when you get, each level you think you come in, you think you know something about football, and then you get around some vets and some coaches that have been around the game 20, 30 years, and they continue to teach you things. And that's what I like about a lot of the young guys we brought in. Everybody's been real humble, ready to learn, ready to soak up information, and haven't come in on that high horse. And I think that's even evident in the high draft picks like RG3.
Definitely.
Just the way he's come in, very approachable. And I would just like to say this to the people, that everything that you've seen on TV as far as how he carries himself, how he represents himself and his brand, it transcends to us in the locker room, in the weight room, and it's authentic. It's nothing that is forced. He's real cool, real down to earth. And I think that's going to go a long way as far as him earning receivers' trust, the coach's trust, the team's trust, as far as getting behind him.
I think it's some of the same things we said on the first show we had over at the Green Turtle in Albany, when it was, you seen what you saw on TV as far as his confidence and things like that. He's humble but yet confident enough in himself. He understands what he's taking on.
Right.
He's the starting quarterback for the Washington Redskins. He understands that responsibility and that commitment that it's going to take to be successful, and ultimately the guys and the people in the organization and his teammates that are depending on him. And I think he said it best. Well, he's learning from Rex.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Because Rex has been to a Super Bowl. Rex has done a lot of great things in this league.
Right.
He's taken that and the things from Coach Shanahan and Kyle and all those things and combining them together and getting better each and every day. You see him out there every day with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to become,
right.
a symbol of DC Sports is the smile he has. But it's been exciting. I think it's also brought energy to Redskin Park to see him out there and the excitement he's brought. I mean, even before he got here, and what that's going to do to the football team, and just having Fred Davis back and Pierre Garçon and Josh Morgan,
Santana,
Cooley.
It's gonna be nice out there.
Healthy,
TA got Anthony Armstrong to stretch the field. We got a lot of guys that I think if we come together and are consistent and play hard throughout 4 quarters, that we can really make a big push. And if RG3 can bring anything like Cam Newton and give us 4 to 5+ wins with what he's able to bring with his athleticism, I mean, we right there in the playoff hunt. And another thing, I thought RG3 was gonna be this stringy, like I don't want to compare him to anybody, but this like lanky dude coming in, because everybody's talking about he looks fragile. This dude is
underdeveloped.
Yeah, this dude is 220, cut up. He looked like he a grown man.
You can tell he understands. His body is ready to take the pounding of an NFL season.
Right.
He understands what he needs to do. He doesn't really understand, but you can tell he knows the benefit of working out hard, conditioning, and things like that.
Most definitely. So remember, though, as we're talking here and you hear some stuff and you want to ask some questions or some comments about what we got going on, you can definitely email us at shows@sportsjourney.com. We're just trying to interact with the people and see what you got to say, and eventually we're gonna get this thing really rolling when you can Skype in, call in, and be a part of the show as well. But that's coming in the future. But we're just gonna continue to build. But we just gotta really just get behind and just continue to work. I'm really excited. I can't emphasize OTAs and just starting this because, like London said, this is the beginning of the process. We put in a good 5 weeks, solid weeks of training, working hard, getting it in, just like everybody else is around the league. Yeah. But this is really where you start building that chemistry, that team bonding, understanding, the defenses, understanding what you can do, what you can't do, where your weaknesses are. So when you go to that 6 weeks off before the season starts, those are the things you can focus on. And we've had 100% participation, which has been awesome. So it's definitely been great to be around it this year. I get older, but I just continue to stay energized, I guess, in a sense. Because, you always fight for that goal, that Super Bowl. You hear everybody talking about it. And, people, I'm a big media guy, too. I listen to the radio all the time. I know you do listen to the stations. And just the people that are, I guess, naysayers don't think we have the depth, but you know what you have. And I think that just continues to motivate me and the guys in the locker room. But we need to go out there and really show it, put it down, because I know we have the talent to do it. We're gonna take a quick short break, and we'll be back, and we're gonna continue to talk about Redskins football. Inside the locker rooms.
OTAs are coming.
OTAs. We even got a little story about getting some hot stuff where it shouldn't be necessarily, and how that can affect your game. And
compromise your position.
It's kind of going around right now, but once again, this is capital punishment. Definitely email us, shoot us a text. It shows at sportsjourney.com. Follow us on Twitter at sportsjourney, at OneManGang97, and at Golston64. And stay involved with us. Keep it moving. All right, be right back.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set, because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The Deep Cleansing Wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95, and your shipping is free. Plus, get the Deep Cleansing Wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast, and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
Dear Bowflex, I dropped 8 dress sizes, 36 pounds, and all I had to do was walk.
This is the Bowflex Tread Climber Machine, the easiest way to walk and burn up to twice the calories in less time. By combining the motion of a treadmill, a stepper, and an elliptical, you get the calorie-burning benefits of all 3 workouts at once.
I lost 30 pounds in 4 months. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Call now for your free DVD and information kit. You'll see how the Tread Climber burns up to twice the calories of a treadmill. Plus, you'll learn how you can own a Tread Climber machine today with special financing for 18 months.
Within the first couple of weeks, I started to lose inches. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months using the Tread Climber.
Call or go online to buytc.com for your free info kit. We'll also send you the Bowflex Insider's Guide with a personal fitness assessment to help you jumpstart your Bowflex body today. Absolutely free.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bowflex.
Sincerely, J.D. Weber.
If you want to shed fat and get a body that's shredded, then it's time to get on the rack. The Rack is a complete total body workout system, and it's the hardcore hardware that adds a whole new dimension of variety and intensity to traditional body weight exercises. You get explosive chest, shoulders, and back, big arm blast, and ripped abs on the rack, a fat shredder workout, and a total body muscle building express workout, totally ripped on the rack. Order now and get this special Get Ripped on the Rack 30-day trial for just $14.99. When you order, also ask how you can get the Rack system shipped right to your door for free. As an added bonus, you'll get the Rack Nutritional Guide, custom workout guide, and special bartender's workout DVD, plus shipping. That's a total value of $60, all for free. But only if you order right now. Call now and order the Rack Total Body Workout System for this special 30-day trial of just $14.99.
Are you stressed over credit cards and other debts? Maybe through no fault of your own? Imagine how it would feel to have that weight lifted right off your shoulders. Well, here's some good news from America's trusted name in debt relief. Care One providers have already helped over 4.5 million people in debt, and we can help you today. Just call this toll-free number to speak with a friendly representative, and in just minutes, you'll get your free debt relief analysis.
Regardless of your situation, Care One has an option for you.
We are there to help, and we do that in a way that's empathetic and supportive without judging their financial situation.
The credit card companies, I feel, are trying to keep you in debt and trying to keep it so you owe them money forever. And Care One is a good way to get you out of that and get you out of it fast.
A big burden was lifted off of my shoulders.
Care One threw me a lifeline.
Call Care One. They will help you.
Get debt relief from a company you can trust. Just call the toll-free number today.
Let me tell you some of the reasons people get into trouble with credit cards. A job loss or salary cut, an unexpected expense, a divorce, a business loss, or even helping a family member or friend in need. As founder of Consolidated Credit, I understand that credit card problems are not about overspending. It's about emergencies and unexpected situations. For nearly 2 decades, Consolidated Credit has helped over 5 million people, just like you. The options for getting out of debt have never been better. We can reduce your interest rates and cut your payments up to 50%. The time to call Consolidated Credit is now. There's a lot of ways to get into trouble with debt. There's only one trusted way to get out. Consolidated Credit. When credit card debt is the problem, we're the solution.
Call Consolidated Credit now. Call 1-800-445-1912. That's 1-800-445-1912.
Car owners, does your vehicle have less than 120,000 miles on it? Is it less than 10 years old? Is your current auto warranty about to expire? Well, Cover America Auto Care has a very special offer just for you. With current economic conditions causing bankruptcies and a downturn in new car sales, Cover America Auto Care now offers inexpensive mechanical breakdown coverage direct to the public. You can save thousands of dollars on auto repairs. A toll-free line has been made available so car owners can call and get a free no-obligation quote. This auto protection is backed by an A-rated insurance carrier. Plus, you get a claims department that has an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. 24-hour emergency roadside assistance is also included. You will be amazed at how much you can save on future car repair bills. So call for your free, no-obligation quote now. Do not wait. Get covered today and rest easy tonight.
I'd like to welcome you all back to Capital Punishment. I'm here with Lorenzo Alexander. I'm KG, the bigger figure. I'd like to thank y'all for joining in once again. And we just want to talk about some of the things growing up in sports, some of the myths of lubricants, icy hot, things like that.
Lubricant. It's not a lubricant.
Well, it kind of is. What is it? It's it's icy hot,
therapeutic,
something to loosen you up, something to loosen you up. And so I got a story.
Loosen your muscles up. Loosen your muscles up, man. You got to be descriptive when you're talking about
this. This is a family show.
That's what I'm saying.
This is a family show.
So you can't leave no room for error.
Keep your mind where it needs to be. We're talking about sports here. So I got a story. I can remember like it was yesterday. It was 6th grade. It was 7th grade playing middle school football. Practicing.
Right.
Just sore.
Yeah.
Just sore. So I'm sitting at the kitchen table. I'm like, oh, I see that icy hot I got in there. I'm going to take this icy hot. Rubbed it everywhere. I'm going to feel good tomorrow. Well, about 7 minutes later, I'm running around the house, jumping in the shower, but that only made it worse. So I could only imagine what Steven Strasburg was going through up there on the mound, dealing with his issues that he had.
How you keep your composure? I just had to. You got to come take me out the game.
It's really nothing you can do,
right?
Except, rubbing alcohol might help.
What about ice?
I think it just burns and worse because now that heat feels that cold,
right.
so the chemical reaction it makes it get hotter. I mean, I think you should just pour milk on it. I think it's the whole buffalo wing thing. You know, you eat some hot wings, you eat some blue cheese and ranch, and cool it off. But I mean, you kind of got to take your hat off to him for doing what he did for as long as he did in that game, dealing with what he was dealing with. I mean, I know you got your own stories. I try to shy away from those things now. The only time I put them on, and I put them on very detailed, is when it's freezing outside. And I mean, I'm like a surgeon with it.
Right.
Because you can put it on one area, and your clothes
moving to another. You put them pants up, and you moving around.
Or your bag. I mean,
right.
you got to put it on and know what you're doing. You can't just take that atomic bomb and all that and just rub it there, because that stuff will still be hot hours later. And you sitting there like you just got to wait it out. And so, you know, it's a bad feeling. It's a bad feeling.
Yeah, I mean, my story is very similar to yours. I mean, I've done it one time when I was young, not really knowing, and you start, you know, you rub it on, cool, and then and I didn't have, you know, before now you in the league, you at least got some gloves you can put on and take off.
You rubbing your eyes.
You rubbing your eyes, man, and you forget it's on your hands, or go use the bathroom, and you forget you just and didn't wash your hands for whatever reason. And then you got it all over you, and you're pretty much jacked up, man. I remember one time, too, I fell asleep with a bag of ice on my leg and got freezer burn.
Oof.
So, I mean, it's the stuff that you learn growing up.
It's the growing pains of sports.
that you ain't supposed to be doing. But it's just crazy how I mean, it's even happened in the league recently. I mean,
we had a teammate, you know, I guess his legs were a little sore. He took some atomic bomb, and, I mean, he lathered it on him real good, and you know, we out there in warm-ups, and I'm like, man, this kid is ready to play. He's jumping around, having a good time. And I just remember we had some serious issues in the locker room with him trying to get that stuff off of him. And once it's on, it's on.
Yeah.
You can get the excess off, but what's penetrating the skin is there. And you kind of
wait it out.
You got to wait it out, and, you know, just you got to sit there and just deal with it. It ain't nowhere to go. You can't get out the boat. You got to deal with it. But I think it would be a cruel joke if somebody put it in your clothes somewhere and you didn't know it was on you, and you happened to put your uniform on. Or
I've seen some guys do that. College, they put it in his helmet though,
and that's awful.
Yeah, he had sweated down onto his eyes, and he was jacked up. But guys, you know, guys take it a little bit too far sometimes when they do that with them jokes. So hopefully that wasn't the case.
You would hope not, but you know those baseball locker rooms, they have a good time. You know, they got a lot of time. They play a lot. I mean, they call it the clubhouse.
Can they still drink in there?
I don't think so. I think the guy died after after a game. Then he got in a car accident.
Oh, they shut it down.
The stadium, and so, you know,
they
removed the alcohol from the locker rooms because they don't want that, you know, stigma on baseball. Right. It's always unfortunate when somebody loses their life, and especially when alcohol is involved and things like that. But you know, back to those therapeutic rubs, they're not something you should use discretion. They should have a big red letters on it that, you know, especially when the young kids pick it up.
Right, that little print in the back.
They just see the commercials where they think it's just
she's Shaq, icy hot.
Yeah. You know, it's gonna make me better and things like that. But you know, I think even more so than that, even dealing with OTAs and the amount of running and things that we're gonna do. What's some of the things you like to do to get your legs back to be ready to practice at the same level as you do on the first day?
Man, you know this is natural, man. I don't need nothing, man. I wake up like this. It's in my genetic code. Just to work out hard and grind.
What does that entail, though? You work out hard, so you got to recover hard.
I recover naturally. Call me Wolverine.
I'm gonna call him Wolverine. I gotta do a lot of things. I got an ice tub.
No, I do all that stuff. I do all that stuff.
I know you do all that stuff. So I'm gonna let you be you.
I mean, and of course, as the older you get, the more you have. And I would definitely recommend taking care of your body the earlier or younger you are, and not waiting until
to get out of warranty.
Yeah, get out, and then you try to play catch up. But a lot of young guys, and it's actually amazing, we have a lot of young guys coming in, like Ryan Kerrigan, for example, that knows how to take care of their body, you know, on a daily basis. But, you know, starting even as young as they starting to play now, you know, stretching, icing, getting enough sleep, hot and cold tub, which is hard to do, but once your body gets used to it, it's so beneficial. Just therapeutically, you know, getting that blood flow in your legs, to allow your muscles to recover so you can come back that next day and put in that same type of effort. Because a lot of guys, you work out hard, you're depleted, and now you can't come back and put that same type of work in, so you pretty much lose a day because you're exhausted, haven't eaten right, so that you haven't properly fueled your body. So there's a lot of different things that you should do just to help you, and eating right, ice and cold tub, stretching, sleep. Sleep is probably the biggest thing that you need to do. Not staying up at all hours of the night, really getting 8 hours a night. But the younger you start those habits, the more beneficial it's going to be for you as you go out there, compete against guys, train with guys. You just notice that you have a little bit more wind, a little bit more step. Your increases will go up a little bit faster. Obviously, you can't do nothing about genetics, but you'll see those are little things that you can help wherever you are with athleticism, whether you're a beginner or an older person just trying to stay in shape, that you can use that are kind of universal.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you know how you feel just going through the season, just practicing, taking a shower, going back out and practicing. You get 3 or 4 days in and you feel like you just hit a wall and you don't know what you're going to do. But, simple things like you said, stretching, cold tub, eating right, sleeping, chiropractic, things like that definitely go a long way, especially the older you get, because your body just doesn't recover as fast as it used to. But that's the great thing about, football and being a professional. You're able to develop and understand these things where, you talked about being an amateur and a professional.
Right, that's one of the things.
The coach don't really care how you feel on that particular day.
Right.
He's expecting a certain type of product. And that's the same thing in any types of life. I mean, if somebody comes out to paint your home, you don't care if he didn't get enough sleep that night.
Right.
You expect a professional product. And it's the same thing with professional sports, and that's what I think some guys, talking with rookies, they don't get. They still think they're on scholarship.
Right.
They got 4 years to develop. They don't understand. You got guys like me and yourself, we feeding our families with this. And this is what we do for a living. We professional at it. And so I think, talking about rookies and being wide-eyed, that's what I think. How can you have a great college player and then he gets to the pros and he just doesn't get it? I think it's understanding that this is for real.
Right.
You got guys out there that are feeding their families with this, and you're going to have to literally take it from them. And nothing's given to you.
He ain't letting it go.
And just dealing with the competition on a day in and day out basis, understanding I don't know what's wrong with my legs.
Right.
Well, they're gone.
Right.
Everybody's legs are gone. You just got to speed up the recovery with things like we talked about earlier, cold tub, ice tub, chiropractic, and massage.
Yeah, instead of running in there, getting in that shower and trying to go take a nap, man.
That couch ain't going to do nothing for you.
Nothing for you, man. Take an extra 20 minutes, getting that cold tub, and bring them legs back to life. So that's the biggest thing. And, sometimes you got to make small sacrifices. Getting up earlier,
go a long way.
Staying a little bit later. Right. So all that stuff goes into it.
Investing in yourself.
Right. So that's what you do in young athletes, and just people in general. You got to invest in your body. I mean,
no matter what you do.
Right. You got to take care of yourself. Right. You got to take care of yourself before you can take any care of anybody else. Because if you ain't, healthy enough to do it, I mean, it's all really for naught. Because, I mean, you're going to eventually run yourself in the ground and then either lose that job because your work is slacking off, not perform as well, so you may be blocking yourself from a promotion because, and it's just simple stuff of just trying to work out here and there. And ain't nobody tell you got to be a professional athlete and do it, but you definitely got to take care of your body.
Especially with all the things you have going on in the community. We talked about the softball game
this
weekend, talked about pros versus Joes here in a couple of weeks. You got a football camp coming up that I'm involved in this Saturday. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's good, representing the ACES Foundation. I've partnered up with Grace Covenant Church, the church that both me and you attend, and a lot of other guys. Working over there with Corey Bennett, great guy. Used to be the youth pastor, but he's helped me out the last 4 years doing it now. We serve about 300 kids, just bringing them in, teaching them how to work out, teaching them how to be better people in life. This year we've also partnered up with PG County, one of their recreational departments over there, and we're gonna bus in 40 kids from PG County because we do so much as Redskins in the Ashburn area just because it's local, it's easy for us to get to, and sometimes forget about the people out there in Maryland and DC. And then we also have a group with FCA coming in from DC, have 10 or 15 kids from there. But it's always a great event. We have about 5 to 10 players out there. Got Phenom Sports coming out, leading the training portion. It's going to be at Freedom High School. May 19th. Right now, we might be at capacity, but you can definitely go in there and try to log on if you want to. Sign up your kid. It's for young men and women from 6th grade to 12th grade, and you can go on allprocamp.eventbrite.com to sign your kid up right now. And
I think the best thing about it was year 4.
Doing
this camp, and I think the best thing about this camp, where you're getting professional teaching throughout the drills and things like that. We're interested in developing young people.
Exactly. That's the main thing.
And understanding that if you make it to the NFL, that's all great, but that's really slim to none. We've been very blessed to be where we're at today. But we wanted to develop those life lessons, those life skills that transcend sports, and you can apply to every walk of life. And so more so than just we're going to teach them and coach them hard on the field, we're also going to sit them down and tell them schoolwork, being respectful, teaching them life lessons that they will take for the rest of their life, and hopefully, carry and become better men and women for that. And I know that's something that you have in your heart, especially coming from Oakland, California, and knowing what some of the struggles we had to deal with growing up, and just sometimes people not knowing. Nobody showed you the way. And so being able to kind of give them some direction, even though it's one day, and hopefully they can take that and then go back to a counselor at school, or the parent. A lot of parents sit out there and hear us talk and just kind of recommit themselves, because ultimately the kids are our future, and we know that sounds cliche, but they are.
It's truth. It is what it is.
And I know, and we didn't get here based off of everything we've done. There's been a lot of people that poured into our lives, and I can honestly say it took a community to raise me. I got people all over, the Georgia, South Carolina area, and you so the same.
I got a whole bunch of uncles.
That
ain't even my uncle. My nephew.
That invested a lot of time into us. And so, I mean, if you're out there watching and listening, invest in children. Take your time, take what you know, and more so than that, just having other professionals out there. People that own companies, small businesses, lawyers, doctors, and things like that, showing them that there's other ways out there besides being a professional athlete to be successful.
And that's my whole thing, because obviously me and you are more than football players. That's just something that we do. We also own businesses. We're parents. We're teachers. We do a lot of different things in the community. So you're more than just being an athlete. And I think a lot of times a lot of young kids define themselves as just being an athlete and kind of fall in that, mindset. And that's my main goal. I'm trying to teach them how to be a better athlete, how to use that to be, getting to college is great. But just making sure that they understand that they're more than just somebody that can throw a football, that can run a football, that can shoot a basketball, understanding that they have a bigger purpose in life as far as serving their community, being successful, and that they can think, they have minds. You can do anything that you want to. And like you said, I mean, obviously in football, I think the chance is like 0.08%. And if you was a betting man, why would you make any type of bet on 0.08%? That's just crazy. So you need to be smart about it. And a lot of kids just don't know. And they don't know, so they don't know. And I think it's our jobs as people that have come up, have had a lot of friends that were more gifted, smarter, probably had more opportunities, that because they didn't know or, got caught up in the wrong type of lifestyle and thinking, either fell off, whether they went to jail, never made it, and you go home and you see the same cats that had all this talent and ability not using it or can't utilize it anymore because nobody told them, took the time out to really educate them and really pull them. And sometimes you got to pull some kids get them to understand it. So that's really my whole mission. I know that's something that's passionate about you, and all the guys that come out there really are passionate about giving back and telling their story, because I think that's important, like you said, because we all have so many different stories. It's amazing when you hear where some people come from, how they grew up, and some people not having running water in their house, sisters or siblings being killed or murdered, parents not being there, and just how they triumphed that and didn't allow them circumstances to really define them. They found a way to persevere through that.
Especially as children, you have a little control over your environment and things like that. But grow from the hard times.
Right.
Understand that there's character to be developed in the hard times, and then don't let that define you. Don't say this is my reality.
Right.
Make the right decisions to get out of that. And it's going to be harder. I think, we lie to each other when we say, it's an even playing field. It's not an even playing field.
Right.
You got some people that it's easier. You got some people that it's harder. But ultimately, if you continue to press on, continue to work hard and dedicate yourself by making small decisions and talking about children, doing your homework, being respectful, things like that, ultimately that becomes into a way of life, and you've built the character that you need to be a successful and productive human being. And, talking about camps, that's what I know you're interested in doing. And that's why we do these things. Football is easy.
Right.
Especially for guys that have the talent to be professional athletes and things like that. That's going to come. Right. But to develop in them as young men and young women to be respectful and to be professional in what they do. Right. Whatever it is, whether it's a doctor, lawyer, football player, and those things like that. So it's been a great show. We covered a lot of different topics. Like to definitely thank Lake Lewis. Got my man Lorenzo Alexander here. I'm Kedric Golston. Thank you for watching Capital Punish. Tune in next week. Remember, check us out on sportsjourney.com, and we out of here.